Yeah. So, fuck, forgot my job. Hang on, hang tight, y'all. Hang tight. Gotta get that coffee, you know. Every good stand-up man needs like a prop, so you know it makes sense. Kind of makes sense. I think it makes sense. So, the camera, as notoriously documented on previous Tank Lip videos, has shown me getting chopped off. That, or I talk way too much. Probably a combination of both. And so, I know what I said, but the camera didn't show y'all in part one of this particular blog. So the most important punchline and why I feel compelled to, you know, do this part two blog. Not because I'm angry that the camera chopped me off, but more importantly, y'all need the message. You know, any good blog should have a good punchline, you know, or punchline message to it. And what I was saying was basically, you know, when reinventing yourself, there's like the ultimate challenge to man. See, behind the scenes, I'm reinventing myself. Not to say it's not authentic, that there was never a genuine Tank, but in the scheme of life and adapting and changes, you know, if you want to avoid that stagnance, or whatever the word is, stagnant, I don't know, fuck ever. So anyway, you get what I'm saying, like that stalemate when like shit just gets you stuck, you know, and you don't know which way to go. That's an environmental thing, kind of, like, you know, people, places, things. And so what does one do? Like, you can either be stuck or you can like adapt to that quote unquote environment. And so, like, I'm realizing I do need to make changes, otherwise, like, I'm gonna get the same results, and shit hasn't been pleasant, you know, to say the least. So I'm doing a lot of like thinking, strategizing, like what can I do that brings my best self forward, creates my best self, emerge and reinvent an authentic version of myself, a better version of myself, and also faced with the reality that there's a muddy environment, that I'm muddied up, and maybe also is just a muddy environment. And then that storm, that like ultimate challenge I'm saying that man faces at a point in his life, and probably everyone faces if they take that route of reinvention, when behind the scenes you've created that new self, but you go out and you walk in those doors and your new self faces the old environment, and that environment's view of the old you, like it's a storm, and like which version wins, like what gets to emerge, like, and that's been like my clusterfuck, is the friction of constantly trying to create this better version of myself, but things are so blemished and so muddy that every time I try to walk into those old doors with my new self, you know, I'm faced with the old perspectives of me, the muddy situations I've created, and it's like, how do you get out of the way of that? And so I don't know. I don't have all the answers yet. This is a work in progress. But, you know, it's a prompt for you. Like, what's going on in your life? You know? Like, are you facing these challenges? Like, do you want to reinvent yourself? What do you think about reinvention? Like, is that fake? Like, to switch it up? Is it necessary? Like in a Darwin theory of things and adaptation, you know? So I'm just throwing some things out at y'all. I do want to ask, like, how do y'all drink your Java? Like you drink it black, cream and sugar. I flip it up. They say that like drinking some black coffee is good to fight like cancers. You know, it's got some good properties in it, good for the metabolism, other good things. But then you got to switch that up too. So I mean, you pay $2.46 for a Panera coffee. I got beef with them to begin with. I'm gonna pay them $2.46. People I got beef with. Like, how do I not like make it like a very satisfying cup of coffee? So, you know, on a side note, I do a little cream and sugar sometimes. I was just wondering, like, how do y'all sip your Java? So, coffee time with Tank Lip. Peace.